sorry.
Hi.
All right, everyone. All quiet on the set.
Don't forget record.
Hi.
We're going
Here,
live
which
here
one
in
you want me to
5,
take?
4, 3,
All of them.
2, 1.
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Reese Live. This is 114.
114.
114. I am your host, Coach Sean. And in the studio with me is Levi.
Yeah, Levi.
Levi is our marketing director and our tech guru. He runs this show. Everything you see, all the cool features that it has to it, Levi is doing every single part of it. One person doing all of this. It's a lot. And so just taking the time to, give kudos where it's due.
Well, we gave him a lot so that he doesn't talk.
Well, yeah, that part too, He's like all over the place. And of course, we have Coach Karen in the members room.
Hi.
And Coach Christine in the socials and also in the members room hanging out with us today. Nice to see you back. And of course, the only head to toe healer in the world, Dr. Kevin Reese. How are you doing today?
Good. It's good to make another Tuesday.
Yeah.
We always joke that it's Tuesday again. It's
Yeah.
like Tuesday is like a marker for how fast time seems to go sometimes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Tuesdays.
It's like, oh, it's Tuesday again. Yeah. And perhaps the members feel the same. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday again,
Mm-hmm.
But, they also have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because postural alignment therapy classes are going on. And we went through our first week having 3 whole classes. And I think it went very well. So,
Yeah. A good turnout, and thank you people for showing up. I know not everybody can make it on the lives, but those that can, to support and hang out with us for that hour, it's amazing. We have fun. We get our back straightened, our pelvis tilted, our feet adjust, everything. And we feel good afterwards. And so it's worth all that time.
yeah.
But we talked about the posture last week.
Yeah.
I kind of want to switch tracks and head over to the nutritional part.
Mm-hmm.
But really speaking on blood labs and how the medical monopoly doesn't really give us blood labs that matter. They give us blood labs that drive fear,
Yeah.
Show us, if you see a lot of red, you're going to be like, oh, my body is falling apart.
Right.
And that red could mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah, what they do is they promote revenue streams. The most famous one being cholesterol,
Yeah.
right? So as soon as somebody gets to a 200, it's like, I need to put you on statins. It's just what the medical doctor was trained to do in med school.
Mm-hmm.
They're trained to match symptoms with drugs. It's just a match game. And these blood labs just don't give the full story. And they don't check the nutritional profile.
Yeah.
So
And if you ask, what would they say?
if you ask your primary care physician to run your essential fatty acids or your copper or your selenium or your chromium or your vanadium or your manganese, they're going to say, what? Why? And then you push them a little bit, they're going to say, I can't do that. I have no justification to do that. And this is a problem because if, let's just say your red blood cell count is up, that's going to scare the snot out of anyone, right? Oh my gosh, my red blood cells are they're elevated to crazy levels. But the medical monopoly doctor's not checking the nutrition that would be the potential root cause of that.
Yeah.
So cholesterol and CRP and white blood count and red blood count, that's all markers of symptoms, not root causes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not a good indicator at all. And what I've been saying for the last however many years is, in order to free yourself from the medical monopoly, you have to get your own labs taken, which means you have to pay out of pocket. But people are like, I got this insurance thing, I'm paying for it anyway. And it's like, but you're stuck.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're only allowed one pair of shoes, and you have to wear those shoes for the rest of your life. Like, no, I want to wear sandals, or I want to go barefoot. Why do I only have to wear these one pair of shoes? It's not a good, and they're not comfortable shoes on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's better to get your blood labs done independently. And inside the Dr. Reese Plus membership, we give our members a link to buy those. And, you do it just once a year, and then you just see where you're at. You find out all your nutrition. Now, you do that on top of the head-to-toe healing analysis. The head-to-toe analysis, you're going to really know what's going on with your body at an extremely high level. There's no doctor in the world that is going to reach that level. So
It's the analysis that gives you hope compared to what they give you at the medical system.
the analysis opens up your eyes and gives you the aha moment and makes you realize what's wrong with you. You get blood labs, it just goes in a little more microscopic, and it tells you why one of your markers might be high.
Mm.
Or why one of them is going to be high if you don't turn around. One of those type deals.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I was all messed up, I found out my copper was low. I found out my B12 was low. And it's just like, okay, I get it. Ding, 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 I get it. Okay, these are low, and so now there's these symptoms,
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Like, I've had gray hair since I was 22 years old.
Mm.
Everyone says stress. No, I've had a copper deficiency for a long, long time. Long time.
Hmm.
But no medical doctor can share that information if they even know it. So, we get people all the time. They're like, well, I got to go to my primary care physician. I got to get my blood labs. Well, if you're on Medicare, you probably have to once a year in order to keep the membership going. But you're still not going to know your nutritional profile. You're just not.
Yeah, I spoke to a couple of our members, and they were just basically saying how they're troubled. They go to the doctor and they're like, "Hey, can you get me this?" They'll have their list. I'll give them. The doctor's like, "Why?" And then they go through this back and forth, and they realize the doctor can't do anything for them. Or some people, I won't mention them, she gives apples to them as their doctor whipped.
Well, you got to go through it in order to really realize it, And I encourage anyone watching. I think I know. If I had to assume, I think the members and clients already understand. But for the people at home,
Mm-hmm.
the people in the public who aren't used to this, don't take my word for it. Go find out on your own.
Yeah.
I even put it in the Peace Over Pain book. Go ask your doctor. Go ask. You're going to have that harsh reality smack you in your forehead, and you're going to walk out of that doctor's office like, wow, the fake doctor on social media is right.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get labs done properly because the insurance companies have them by the you know what. You're handcuffed. They're
Yeah.
handcuffed. There's some medical monopoly doctors that can't even run vitamin D
Which is sad.
because it costs an extra $50. But if you get it done independently, you just pay for that $50, you know? Solid blood labs will cost you anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200. It's really not that much money when you think about. You only really need to do it once a year, first of all. And I don't know, it's totally worth it to not have to. I mean, some people are stuck though. If someone's on insulin or blood pressure medication, they're in medical prison. So they have to report to their they have to report to their probation officer.
Yeah.
The white coat is the probation officer. You have to go get checked because they need to balance the medications and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get into your senior years and you're on a cocktail of drugs, I mean, I've seen that firsthand. It's such a balancing act.
Yeah.
You know, the primary care physician is trying to balance 15 to 25 medications. And then he's got to call the kidney doctor and the this doctor and the that doctor and try to balance the whole thing. And they got to figure out the whole thing. And the senior is stuck.
Yeah.
They're just stuck. And they don't know what to do. And even if someone like me comes around and says that, they might be like, yeah, I know, but what are you going to do? You know, I'm stuck. So you want to avoid getting stuck, going to medical prison.
And it starts with testing.
Get an analysis, a head-to-toe analysis, get the lab work if you're in membership, and figure it out.
Well, I did see, and I just want to bring this up really quick while we're talking about it. I did happen to see a lot of people in the comments, and got a lot of calls recently. People don't know how to get started, and I'm pretty excited. Like, we got this new class going on. It's called The Healing Secret.
The Healing Secret.
And it's a free web class that Dr. Reese and Levi took a lot of time to formulate and just help people. Basically, it's like this whole expo of just different information about how to learn more about the clinic or just the process moving forward, like how to move forward with us, how to understand our practice and understand what we do here. And so if you're interested in wanting to learn more about the clinic, how to move forward with us, how to, where to start with us, that's the confusion for the most part. Go to the website, httclass.com. That's httclass.com. And it'll send you over to the webinar and you can watch it for free. So yeah, that's really the best start.
And HTTH stands for?
Head to toe healing.
Head to toe healing.
Correlating with the head to toe analysis as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole process. But yeah, that's if you want to start off correctly, we would recommend that free webinar for starters. But yeah, back to the blood labs, because we've been through this multiple times, and with the numerous amount of clients,
all the time.
They'll get fear mongered. Like, basically, they'll go to their doctors. They'll have like a couple of months with us on the program, and then go to their doctor to get the blood test. But
right.
the blood test they get isn't really telling them anything.
Right.
It's telling them a bunch of red, but not telling them what the red.
Right.
Where it's coming from.
Right. And I can't tell you, like, when I started in this business, I would have naturopaths and other practitioners or chiropractors tell me, hey, be careful with the labs. I mean, they can get complicated. No, they're not complicated. They're not. They're really not. And, you know, when I started studying them, I'm just like, why were they telling me that? But they try to isolate it so that they're the only ones, so that they can be an expert. You know, it's like a mechanic. Like, a mechanic doesn't want you to change your own oil. They want you to come spend the $50 with them. You know,
Yeah.
not do it yourself in your driveway. You know.
So they keep you ignorant. Well, out of the loop.
Yeah.
Naive.
Yeah. Well, they want you to ignore it. They want you to ignore it. And so there are, markers do, on the average primary care physician lab work, there are markers that are important. But again, they're symptoms. Like GFR is the kidneys, right? So we always want to stay above an 80 for our whole lives, really.
I like that analogy. You got to stay like a letter grade.
Yeah.
If you're at a 90, that's an A.
Yep.
60, that's failing.
Yep. Yep. If you got a 60, you got a D.
Mm-hmm.
And you're heading towards an F, which is dialysis. So you want to be above an 80 your whole life. But, you know, guys like you and Levi should be up over 100 because you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Someone like me, maybe high 90s. Although my last time I checked, I was a 111. So I was happy with that. That was maybe a year and a half ago. 44 years old.
Yeah.
So then there's CRP. CRP measures the inflammation in your cardiovascular system. You know, if you're over a 1, you're heading in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is why they say it's confusing, because, you know, GFR is high is good. CRP is high is bad.
Yeah.
You see, it's just all these curveballs,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You know, then there's, you know, the cholesterol obviously is the usual suspect. Cholesterol and calcium are very hard to read on a blood lab because, as we know, they're alkaline substances. Therefore, the analogy for that is they are firefighters. So the body uses them to put out inflammation. So if you have high calcium or high cholesterol, it can't just be black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be, oh, cholesterol's high or, oh, calcium's high. Now let's do something about it. There's a story to it. There's a context to it. So you're just getting the trailer of the movie. So that's why we don't get too crazy with calcium and cholesterol in the blood lab.
Yeah.
It's too much context. Way too much context.
Like diet, nutrition,
Yeah, like
all that.
yeah, like if your triglycerides are in range and your CRP is in range and your cholesterol is high, you obviously have no cardiovascular issue.
Mm.
But they'll still try and put you on statins,
Yeah.
which is not a good idea. So there's context to this stuff.
You want to know how bad statins are? You can just go under the post that you're talking about it and see all the stories of people who got on statins and the adverse reactions they got from that. Just from that. It's like every single post that you talk about cholesterol or statins. It's like
we have the best polls ever.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
people are
crazy.
always like, well, where's your literature? Where's your studies?
Look,
You don't
it's-
need that. Just look at the comments. We got polls for days.
Mm.
For days. Not to mention people talking about losing organs, losing glands,
Yeah.
mix-ups during surgery and things like this. The other marker on the blood lab that could be important is A1C.
Mm-hmm.
You know, measuring your blood sugar, seeing if that's going in the right direction or not. But you can feel that.
Yeah.
Do you really need to check it? You can feel that. You know, it's real simple. Like, you know, don't eat a ton of sugar. And that includes potatoes and rice, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, easy on the bagels, you know. If you get off the poor four foods, you're going to handle that pretty well. So, yeah, these blood labs are not hard to read at all. It's just cholesterol and calcium that are the hard ones. Everything else is easy. And I'd also like to say, for anyone that's out there taking notes, you always want to take the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want your vitamin D to be a 60, the medical monopoly is saying it's in range if it's a 30. But if you have a 32, that means you're low. Just because you're not getting a red flag, you're still low. So you have to watch out for the ranges too.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to be in the middle when we're dealing with nutrients,
Yeah.
not with markers.
Yeah. That makes sense.
There's a difference, and hopefully I'm not confusing people. But there's nutrients and then there's markers. Markers is the A1C and the cholesterol and the CRP and the GFR and blah, 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 the right red blood cell. Nutrition is different.
Yeah.
You want to be in the middle, or you want to be middle high. I know every time I test, my selenium is pretty high, but I'm okay with that because that's the main nutrient you need to unlock the antioxidants.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my copper tends to go low. Hence a little gray hair here and there.
But you've been dealing with it for like 20. You said
Yeah,
since
no,
22.
my gray hair is disappearing, but you know, these are the things that the medical monopoly doesn't understand, and so it's important to talk about this stuff. It's a matter of public concern. That's what my attorney says. He says, as long as you're talking about a matter of public concern, keep talking about it. I said, all right. Well, as long as you got my back in the litigation, don't better call Saul me, okay?
I wanted to go over to Coach Karen to see if we had any comments from the members about the topic we just went over.
Any blood lab stories?
Oh, yeah. Any horror stories?
We do have a few comments. Paige says she heard the medical monopoly cholesterol number came down to 190 as a statin starter.
Meaning she's on statins?
No, she just heard that the number went down to 190.
Oh, you mean the marker?
Wow, really?
The marker, yep.
Yeah. And it used to be 300.
Well, everybody's going to be on statins if that's the case.
Yeah, it used to be 300. They didn't care until you were 300 or over, but they moved the goalpost.
And then one of our members says, we appreciate you, Levi.
Oh, thanks for the shout out.
Give him a tip. $10 to Levi.
He's been working hard for a long time.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Laurie was asking, can you test for a copper deficiency?
Yeah. Yep.
All the tests are on the Medical Monopoly Rescue.
Yep.
There's 2 versions, and you can look. You get like a list of tests on each.
Yep. Or if you do it individually, it probably costs $30-$40.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all outlined for you. Some of the tests, I would say, have multiple, like for the marker test, they'll have multiple in one file, if that makes sense. So if you click on it, it'll have a drop down and it'll say there's 12 different labs offered in this one comprehensive lab. It's something you got to see. That sounds confusing. All right, Karen, we can go to the next one.
Sure. Let's see. Linda says blood work is less cost than a holiday.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then Paige is saying that I read that taking collagen messes with the true thyroid blood work numbers, and one should stop using collagen for 5 days before blood work. Any thoughts on that?
Well, you should stop taking all supplements 3 to 5 days before blood work.
Yeah, fast.
You know, let your blood regulate and then go get tested.
And then one of our members suggests a t-shirt slogan, "Don't get stuck."
That's cool.
We should get t-shirts. What do you think?
Stuck. Yeah,
New t-shirt every Tuesday?
maybe.
Every Tuesday.
Every
We
Tuesday.
have a freaking department store.
Cancel your primary care physician.
Maybe.
That's a good one.
If we get a member that owns like a clothing line or something, and then just send us shirts every Tuesday, every Monday for Tuesdays, that'll be cool.
How about get one that says "My doctor's fake"? It'll be a talking piece. Everyone at the mall will stop you and say, "What does that mean?"
Anything else, Karen?
Last comment for now until, well, actually a couple more. Steve is asking, how about red yeast instead of statins?
Yeah, red yeast can help regulate for sure. But ultimately, cholesterol is not a problem. It's your triglycerides, it's your CRP,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all the missing nutrients.
What were you saying, Levi?
Oh, I was just saying that was a good idea to start merch. You know, t-shirts and
Yeah.
get the mugs.
Yeah, the mugs,
Copper mugs.
Coach Karen mugs.
Never. With
Hey.
the straw.
I think everyone would get a Coach Karen mug.
Yeah.
No, they'll get a Coach Levi mug, or they'll get you. I mean, you've got the chia hair. It's kind of sprouting, growing all the time. You know, like they have.
Chia hair. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not Coach Levi anymore, Karen.
Sorry. I did see the memo, but I forgot.
Keep
I'll
drinking
just
your
call you Wizard
Cifidale.
Levi.
Wizard Tech Wiz Levi.
Yeah. One more question in regards to the blood work. So Paige is asking, I'd never heard about reducing supplements before doing blood work, but what about the 90 essentials? Do I eliminate those too?
Yeah. Yep. Give your blood a rest. I don't think 5 days is necessary. Just 3 days is fine.
That's what me and Levi did.
Yep. Right before you get blood taken.
Linda has a really good suggestion on a t-shirt. It says, for someone promoting one that says, "Don't die."
Oh, I think I saw that
Don't
before.
die. Okay.
I mean, hey, great advice.
Stay out of medical prison.
Mm-hmm. So,
Can we have
Will
a
you
t-shirt ready
repeat
by
that?
next Tuesday?
Will you repeat the website address? There was a little bit of confusion on one of the socials, what the new website address is for the web class.
HTTHclass.com. HTTHclass.com. We got to get used to the HTTH.
yeah, that's like a whole thing here.
It's gonna be everywhere.
The head to toe healing, it makes sense. Everything in between.
It'll be normal soon, Karen.
She's like freaking out. HTTTH. But do you know?
Chia.
Oh, just saw somebody added it to the comment. Yeah, thank you, Linda. That's it right there. And just know that you watched this free webinar, and there's a little surprise at the end. So, you know,
Yeah.
just saying. As we're always, you know, trying to get a little reward.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, make sure you watch it, and it'll give you great information. I promise.
We worked hard on it,
Yeah.
and it's only 48 minutes long.
Mm.
Obviously, if you read Peace Over Pain, it'd take 4 to 6 hours. So it's kind of a cheat code.
Yeah. Okay. A little easy pass.
Yeah.
So did you want to head over to the socials for a
Yeah.
little bit?
Christine, where you at?
Haven't seen Christine.
Christine
in a
hasn't
while.
talked on here in 6 months. We got to hear from her.
Where is
That's-
she's?
In fact,
Okay.
we should stay with Christine for overtime. Longer today. Where is she?
She went viral and disappeared.
I'm here.
Hey.
You are viral. Every time your
Still.
videos come out with the posture, it goes crazy.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean the one we did on the forward head got over 1 million views on FB.
I hope moms with social media kids are watching that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope so.
So low.
Have you read the comments to see what everyone's saying?
I will not.
Yeah, no, she's avoiding.
Karen's my Karen will do it for me. She'll alert me if I need to worry. If I
Okay.
need to start having backup.
Okay.
I
Um,
got it.
I've got a message from Sheila, 27. She said, I don't think we can get blood work like that in Ireland. What to do?
I don't know. My international blood lab skills are not where they need to be. I'm not sure. But I'm sure you can go to the Google machine and find a way.
Yeah,
There's got to be a way.
yeah, like nearby lobotomist labs.
Yeah, and if you have LabCorp
Mm.
or something like that, then you should be able to do it.
Mark on FB says, can you tell me the cause of lipomas around the body?
Well, it's just lymphatic stagnation. The lymph isn't moving like it should be. There's missing nutrients. The body's overcompensating. It's stagnant, dehydrated.
Juanita asks, how to reduce high triglycerides?
High triglycerides is sort of a combination of high blood sugar and a deficiency in essential fatty acids.
Miranda on IG asks, I have severe systematic rheumatoid arthritis. Any help?
Well, rheumatoid a lot of times can come from a bug, similar to Lyme. So you gotta get rid of the bug.
Would it be ideal to just get on antibiotics in that point? If it's just a bug?
Tetracycline,
Mm.
it's possible. But of course, you gotta take measures and
Yeah.
do probiotics and all that stuff so you don't ruin your gut. But
Mm.
yeah, it's an autoimmune thing. The antibodies will attack wherever they need to. So in the case of rheumatoid, it's going after the joints and the fingers, especially usually.
Sheba 202004, two things. She's written a few things. She'd like to join your membership.
Yeah.
She's in Ontario. She doesn't trust the labs there. It's the medical system up in Canada.
Hmm.
Any suggestions? I mean, I guess it's similar to the Europe.
Yeah. Well, we would definitely love to have you in the membership so that we can get you going in the right direction.
Shoot us an email, peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com.
Yep.
And do we have any Canadians in the members room that know anything about blood labs, like in
Oh,
particular?
nice. Yeah, Linda says yes.
Linda. Is there a way to
Hi there.
Hey,
How are you?
good.
Okay, what I suggest for that is find a good nutritionist that has access to some good blood places for blood work.
Mhm.
That's what I did. And they'll do anything you want, and they'll even suggest more things. Of course, you have to pay, but it's worth it. So you just find a really good nutritionist that has access to some blood labs that they deal with all the time. And there's lots of good ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you find yours? Do you just were searching?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a place I go to, a nutritionist I see, and she's a naturopathic doctor, and she is the one that has all the access. She knows them all across Canada, and she knows the best ones. So when I'm ready, my plan is to go after 6 months because I want the best results, you see. So
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for 6 months.
I like that.
That's my trick.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too. So I'm going to wait and I'm going to go to her and I'm going to say, I'm going to get my list from you guys
Mhm.
and she'll probably add to it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Fine. You know, I'll pay. I want the whole kit and caboodle done. So I feel like everything's been covered. So that's my bag of tricks for that one.
Linda, how much weight did you lose in the program?
So far, 20.
Wow.
I feel so good. And I've got another 10 according to your, I'm a big hot mess. I've got another 10 to go. I like to rub that in, okay?
How much did her symptoms scores go down?
Oh, I don't. It's been a minute, but I know it's gone down quite significantly.
It's gone down considerably. What's the score thing that you do? What is it? You remind me?
The symptom scores? We count the symptoms?
Yeah. What's the scores? Like out of you now have a higher amount of things that you score, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
at a 60 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We changed it, so it's out of 60.
It used to be
Yeah.
30,
Well, the
20,
the
30.
late
Sorry.
People don't
We
know.
have
People are just getting confused.
No, it's just that we have a lag, so we're interrupting each other unknowingly. So sorry about that. Yeah, it was under 20 this time.
Okay.
So that's I think relatively good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what other
Yeah,
changes
so-
did you have while you're here?
Oh goodness. Inflammation, like I had loads of inflammation in my body. It's virtually almost all gone. I don't feel any inflammation. And the person that works on my body, I went today and she said, what have you done? I said, oh, do you want to talk about it? So we you have to ear off. So, and she said, wow. I went, I know, right? I feel so good. And she said, I could never, when she worked on my back, she could never move my muscles or my back. Nothing would budge because of the inflammation. She said she was piece of cake today to work on my back and my stuff, my whole body. And it was, I could feel it. I could feel the bones, like there was no puffiness in my body. It was miraculous. Just about everything's changed. The way I digest my food, it's like no problem whatsoever. Digestion, it's piece of cake.
But it was
and all the
bad
other-
in the beginning.
Bad. Oh, constant indigestion, constant bloating, gas, indigestion, heartburn. Oh my God, heartburn was my constant companion. I use that word all the time. This is the truth. I don't even get heartburn anymore. Like, I don't even know what that feels. I wonder. I think I got it like a week or two ago, just a little bit. And I went, oh my God, what's that? You know, now I get all excited if I get a little symptom.
Yeah.
I think, what's that? We got to get rid of that. I'm right on it. So I don't eat for 8 hours, and I just have a little bit of this and that, and we don't have to eat so much. We have this society that we just are constantly eating, and I'm going, wow, we don't have to have 3 meals a day. God, we sit on our butts for 8 hours a day. What do we need to have 3 meals for?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
anyways, that's I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but it's to me and my energy level as well. Gone right up. I'm just like, you can't stop me now. I'm a bit of a hyper person to begin with. I know you didn't notice, but see, now it's like, oh my God, what can I do now? What can I do now?
Very cool. Well, thank you for sharing.
So, thank you.
Absolutely. Back over to Christine. I hope that helped anybody from Canada. Thank you, Linda. Always.
Susan Griffiths on FBS. How do you keep your arteries clean?
With a toothbrush.
I knew that one was coming.
Well, you keep your arteries clean by having good blood flow, right? It's when things stop moving that things get clumpy.
Yeah.
And sometimes if someone has high blood pressure, then they get that scarring tissue, and it's not necessarily something clogging. It's just from the inside. It's closing up.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of different factors with that. But there's definitely, you be on your 90 essential nutrients, get off the poor foods. There's certain probiotics and enzymes that, clean up the blood flow and keep it flowing. It's all about flow.
After major surgery and trauma set off markers for high cortisone, how do you level the body after that?
What was the first part of the sentence? After a what?
After a major surgery from trauma.
Well, I think this is where mindfulness training comes in, and just relaxing and getting your mind to relax so that your body relaxes and your nervous system relaxes, and the body will regulate itself. It's an inner child thing.
And Miranda on FB says, my 13-year-old knows all about you, Dr. Reese.
Really?
Wow.
Now that's rare.
Really rare.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're used to 60-year-old women over here.
Yeah. It's
A teenager.
really quick. I saw a comment pop up. I'm not sure who the name was, but somebody was asking what was an ideal symptom score.
So on the head to toe healing analysis,
Yeah.
there's 60 symptoms. So a 30 is what we call a hot mess. Anything that's a 30 and up is a hot mess. So ideally you want to be down low, but under 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had 3-4 symptoms, it'd be big time thumbs up.
Which we've seen a lot of lately.
Yeah. But I noticed that some people don't like to fill out the mental health section because they don't want to. It's too much, which they should all be checked. If you can't fill out the mental health section, they should all be checked. It's an automatic 10 symptoms.
Yeah. Don't want to tell too much. What do you think it is?
It's ignorance. They want to ignore because it doesn't feel good to face it. So, for example, one of the symptoms is approval seeking, let's say. And so they see that and they go, do I approval seek? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I do.
No.
I'm not right. I'm not checking that. If I check it, then it's true. Disappointed in yourself. they're like, oh, yeah, I do get disappointed in myself. I'm not checking that. It's none of his business. I just want to know the position of my spine.
What does that have to do with my health?
What's that got to do with anything? It has to do with a lot.
Yeah.
Are there certain mindfulness routines you would put people through for certain mental conditions?
Well, it's sort of an overall thing. So when something comes up, being able to know what to do when that something comes up.
It's still addressed using the 3 methods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right, Christine.
2 more. Hobbs 777 says, is drinking from a copper cup and wearing copper bracelet beneficial? How?
It could be. It kind of leaches in a little bit.
Yeah.
And just as you say that, Sean takes a sip out of his copper
I didn't
cup.
think that. I was looking.
It's just ironic, right?
Jay,
Who you put the camera on me?
Put that in the blooper reel. Levi keeps a blooper reel nobody knows about.
Oh my gosh. It's so long. I can't do anything. What was that last question, Christine?
The copper.
Jay on IG says, I need your help.
With what? With what? I can't mow your lawn. I'm busy.
He just says, I need your help. Where should we start him? What if he needs your help? Should we start him in the class?
HTTHclass.com. HTTH class. I hope I'm like H as in Harry, T as in
Tom?
T as in Tom, H as in Harry, class.com.
Harry, Tom, Harry?
Harry, Tom, harryclass.com. It's the best start. It's a free web class, and you get a special gift at the end. That's the best start you can have. When you need our help, that's where you start. Yeah. Look, Linda pulled it up. Can you put Linda on the screen? Is it possible? I don't know.
Unless she starts talking.
Linda, you gotta say something.
Hi there. I just thought I'd show you. Do you want to see?
Look, it looks just like that. The healing secret
Pictures
presented.
worth 1,000 words.
Yeah. Thank
There
you,
you
Linda.
are.
I saw you typing it in. But yeah, that's the best start you can have. We understand a lot of people need help, but it's important we understand your full situation before hopping in to help you with anything. That's the difference between us and the medical monopoly. They need a couple of tests and they'll put you on some drugs. We need your full health story in order to help you with anything. Because the story it goes deeper than just blood tests. I'm sorry. A cough. I have a cough. My left leg itches. I don't know why. We don't know why either. We need to know your whole story. So please, that's the best start. My little rant of the day. Any more? I'm going to hop over to Karen really quick. I don't know if we've missed any questions in the members room. Karen, is there any questions?
Yeah, we have a couple here. One page is saying you need to make a t-shirt with a spine on the back and PAT on the front.
That's nice.
PAT.
Mm-hmm.
You down with
And for those who
PAT?
don't know,
Yeah, you know me.
Posture alignment therapy.
Postural alignment therapy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then Andrea says, what causes pituitary tumors and are they treatable?
Okay.
Trying to avoid surgery.
So all tumors, cysts, nodules, and all that good stuff, that's your body trying to protect you. That's the toxicity and the lymphatic fluid just coagulating together. If it didn't coagulate together, it would spread. It would go all over the place. So, unfortunately, a tumor or a cyst can get in the way of something. Mm-hmm. So it's another classic example of the body trying to protect you and keep you alive, but it only has half the story.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with cholesterol, same thing with calcium, same thing with water, aka edema. And the body's always trying to keep you alive.
I wanted to say something because I forgot it when we were talking about the blood tests earlier, but I feel like a lot of the blood tests, including like a lot of the symptoms we feel, let's say like for flu or a cold, that's our body dealing with the problem, but we're trying to get in the way of it, or the doctors are getting in the way of it because it looks invasive, or it's what am I trying to say? It's an irritant. I don't know.
Contagion?
No, it's just like it bothers you, you know, like it's something that is an inconvenience for you. So you get medications for it because, you know, you want to feel better instantly and you just want to get out of the way, ignoring the inner child. That's your inner child right there. You're just saying, hey, little kid, go play over there somewhere. I'm busy. And instead of letting your body handle it. And so that's another reason. Like, you can't just go for the blood test that they give you because it's not going to give you the full symptoms, and it's going to lead you to more medications. That's literally their whole funnel, the little business funnel. They got the blood test. Oh, something's wrong with you. Medication, and then they manage you through there. They keep on managing you. Oh, you got this symptom now. Oh, it's from your medication. We'll give you this medication to help that, and then this medication, and then believe it or not, that's the whole medical carousel. You're in prison.
Yeah, and then they upsell you on the surgeries.
Yeah.
Eventually when you need them.
Say, oh, yeah, you can't do anything about that. You're going to have to get surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a constant cycle. And if you don't do something about it now, before you realize it, you will be in prison. You won't realize the moment you get into prison, but you'll realize when you're in, if you know what I mean. Like, so the posture therapy, that's helping so many different areas. The nutrition, that's helping so many different areas. The mindfulness, we're all stressed. This is an age where we're all stressed. We're stressing more than our ancestors because when they relaxed. They sat down somewhere and ate and chilled by a fire. What do? We're driving home. We go to work. We go to work stressed. We wake up stressed. First off, an alarm clock wakes us up. Then we get ready. Sometimes we're late. Get ready, drive to work, go into rush hour.
How often are
We're
you
stressed.
late?
Huh?
How often are you late?
I'm not late at all. I'm chilling. This is like, I'm good. But look, we're going to work stressed. We stress at work. Then we go home stressed. Some of us have kids. We got to take care of the kids, get stressed about that, all the extracurriculars. Then we go to bed and we wonder why we can't sleep at night. Because our whole bodies are like this the whole day. And then we try to lay down. And we can't relax because we've been stressing the whole day. We don't know what not stressing is. So mindfulness, that's a good way to get connected to yourself and relax for once. So all of it, it's the three prongs of the stool. Karen coined that term. She's over here. Karen coined that term. And it's a beautiful term. I mean, it's a beautiful analogy. Because you can't have one leg missing or the stool will fall over. So stop neglecting the mindfulness. Don't neglect the postural therapy. Everybody focuses on nutrition, but you need all three. So, yeah, that's rant 2 of the day. 6:54. I think we're going to head over to... Well, Karen, did you have any more questions before I head over to Christine?
Yeah, I have a couple, and then I have a share to do too. So Shannon says she's applying castor oil wraps to break up a cyst on her sciatica. Is there anything else she can do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously get off the poor four foods. You can try some broccoli sprouts. You know, mix that with some eggs or something. Castor oil, as long as it's not going in the mouth, it's pretty good. And postural alignment therapy. Lots and lots and lots of it.
And Catherine is asking, do we need to repeat our analysis once we've had one? She already had hers.
Not really. Although someone might want to do it. say once a year. Right? You want to see what your symptom score is. You want to see what your, the position of your spine, your ankles, your knees, your pelvis, all that good stuff. I don't see why not.
And then Lori's asking, or she's commenting, we need a lymphatic class to help teach people how to move lymph. A rebounder, good, but there are other exercises.
Yep, it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
I mean, don't a lot of posture exercises do that?
Absolutely, because the
Ooh.
lymphatic system
Sorry, go ahead.
the lymphatic system doesn't pump. So we have to use our joints to pump it. So even just doing this moves lymph in my arm.
I got excited, but the pillar said she had an update on insomnia. Or was she saying that we need to update? Katie, are you there? Just some clarification.
Yeah, hey, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Are you in the closet again? It's dark.
Yes, I'm watching TV with my son and my husband.
Oh, we won't keep you too long.
So what's the update on the insomnia?
Oh, it's gotten a lot better. I was like sleeping every few days, and now I'm sleeping at least 4 hours every night since doing the insomnia rescue. I told you I was on Valium for 10 years, and I took my last dose in January. So I've been off all medications, and I am getting a lot better because that withdrawal is terrible for a medication. But I think I've healed my adrenals a lot by getting off the Pour 4 for sure, and just eating more clean, like kind of not really carnivore full on because I still do carbs, but I've cleaned it up really good. So, but the insomnia rescue and the anxiety rescue is amazing, and the postural alignment therapy just in those two rescues have tremendously helped my lower back pain. I have what is it? L5 to S1 is like degenerative, and I get a lot of sciatic pain, a lot of lower back pain, and that's like going away. And I'm so excited.
Very cool. Very cool. It's really good to hear.
So
And
I thought I'd pop in and tell y'all.
And I can't wait till you come back in a future week and say, I'm sleeping 8 hours a night.
Yeah. Let's get
That's
you
the
to
goal. That is the goal. I need to be sleeping 8 hours a night, but everything else is improving so much that I'm stoked over the 4 hours.
8. Wow.
Well,
great.
there's a lot of successful people in this world that sleep 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard that, and I don't know. I guess I didn't accept that for the longest time because I'm like, this is dangerous not sleeping. I'm not healing if I'm not able to sleep, but really, our bodies are so great. They can cope with it. You just got to stop poisoning it. And that's what I did when I was getting off the medications because it's just poison,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm off to over 20 medications. I'm off so many. But the benzo was the worst, but Protonix was a nasty one, too.
You were
I
on
was
20
on it
medications.
Yeah.
And you're 40-something.
Yeah, I'm 41, yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So
yeah, they
you
had diagnosed me with so many things like MS, PCOS, fibromyalgia, retinal migraines. I got diagnosed with so many things, and I didn't even have heartburn. Like,
Wow.
they gave me the Protonix for stomach ulcers, but they gave it to me in 2015 and never told me to stop taking it. So I was taking it till 2021 when I finally quit. I got off it using apple cider vinegar and ginger.
Wow.
But I don't even have heartburn, so I'm like, why did they keep me on that? They just kept prescribing it, saying, "Oh, well, you'll be on this for life," and I never even really needed it.
Right.
That's crazy. So I don't trust them anymore. I dumped them, and I just started with your membership. So because I was spending $40 to go to the doctor, and they weren't helping me.
Right.
So what is $55 a month? That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing to get
Yeah.
the knowledge that you have. So
Yeah.
very thankful for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for your update and for sharing.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for being so awesome. All right, now I got to go back and watch South Park.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. You don't hear that a lot. People escaping.
What, South Park?
Well, no. You hear South Park. It's like 20 medications that she was on.
20 medications, roughly 40 years old.
But look, she escaped.
That's what the medical monopoly does, and then the person has to find a way out,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully they find us, and we can get them out.
Jeez. Well, guess what time it is?
Overtime.
Overtime.
Christine, what are you at?
I got one last one to end on. It's a fun one. Tim Vanderlanden says, "You guys are fun. Starry eyes."
It's Tim. Yeah. I just processed his analysis today, actually.
Oh, okay. So I'll be reviewing that soon then.
Yeah, pretty soon. We'll get to
I've
you
been
soon.
evaluating a lot of bodies lately, a lot of analyses coming in.
Yeah.
Is the plural analyses somebody
Somebody knows.
solidify this knowledge, please? Any grammar nerds out there? What's an analysis plural?
Analysis.
It's not analyses?
Nope.
That's boring.
Yeah, I know.
Analyses?
I've that all my life.
Analyses?
No, it's just analysis.
Yep.
But if I'm talking about more than one,
Analysis.
Yep.
Dang.
I don't like. I don't.
Well,
When does it ever cease? Like, when would you ever use, like...
Well, just now, because I said I evaluated so many bodies, did so many analyses,
No, but, like, isn't there another
Analysises.
word?
analyses.
You want me to like Google to decide?
No.
Ask
I know, I trust her.
ChatGPT.
Oh, you're cheating. Okay.
No, it's just Pocket GPT.
No.
It's ANALYSES.
Wow, yeah. Linda just typed it out as you said it.
Analysis.
That's weird. That is so weird.
We got to change the name. We
Yeah,
can't
we
do this.
can. Starting
Evaluations.
analysis.
I did so many evaluations lately.
Did so many analysis.
And yeah, same old problems popping up. One woman had a major hip elevation. I'm just seeing it in my mind right now. Yeah, there's a big elevation on the left, and then the shoulder was up on the right, cross patterned. That's got to be uncomfortable. We should do them live on Tuesdays right here.
Maybe. Whoever's brave enough. What was it? What did they say?
I don't know. That's all you got, Christine?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Karen, any last comments before we get off?
No, everybody just says thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, everybody.
Postural alignment therapy class tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Friday. Coach Sue's taking care of everyone. I think Coach Sue might be the star of the whole show.
Probably. They love Coach Sue.
Wait, actually, she'll be on next Tuesday, right? The first Tuesday of the month.
Really? I like it when she's on.
Okay. So get your posture questions ready for Coach Sue next Tuesday.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for episode 114. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.